There is a savings plan in Canada that does not only help you pay for your post-secondary education, but also allows you to get free money from the government. Let's talk about RESP. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about the Registered Education Savings Plan, what it is, who can open it, and how you can take advantage of the government benefits. What is an RESP? An RESP is a special savings account that is designed to help you pay for post-secondary education. This does not only mean university, it also includes colleges, trade schools, apprenticeship program. Basically, as long as the education is after high school, RESP can help pay for it. Who is involved in RESP? There are three key roles. One, the promoter. The promoter is usually the bank or financial institution that manages the RESP account. Second, the subscriber. This is the person that opens the account. It could be a parent, a guardian, a grandparent, or even yourself as an adult. Third, the beneficiary. This is the person that would use the money to go to school. So this can be one child, multiple children if it's a family RESP, or even yourself as an adult. So the types of RESP. There are three different types of RESP. One is the family plan. Here, if you have or plan to have more than one child, this plan is good, and the beneficiaries must be related to you by blood or adoption. Also, in the family plan, you can name multiple children and the savings can be shared among them. The second type of plan is the individual plan. Here, you can be saving up for just one child or someone you're not related to. However, you can also open one for yourself as an adult. The third plan is the group plan. Here, usually for one child only, who doesn't have to be related to you, but the group plan has some strict rules and fees, so make sure you fully understand the terms before you decide to use the group plan. Why open an RESP early? The sooner you open an RESP, the more time your money has to grow through interest and investment. Plus, you don't want to miss out from the free government benefits through programs like the Canada Learning Bond and the Canada Education Savings Grant. Here is how the government helps to boost your savings after you open the Registered Education Savings Plan. One is through the Canada Learning Bond, and the government would match up to 2,000 lifetime contribution to the RESP account, and there is no personal contribution that is required in the RESP for the government to boost your savings. However, the beneficiary must qualify by having a SIN. Beneficiary must come from a low income family. The beneficiary must be born on or after January 1st, 2004, and the beneficiary must be a Canadian resident, must be named in an RESP. So for example, if the beneficiary is eligible for this government benefit, the beneficiary would get 500 in the first year, and for each year they will get $100 until up till 2,000 maximum contribution from the government. Beneficiary must claim it before 18 and still has up until age 21 to claim the unused Canada Learning Bond that the government has been contributing to the RESP account. The second government benefit when you open the RESP account is called the Canada Education Savings Grant. So here the government would match 20% of the RESP contributions up to 7,200 lifetime maximum per beneficiary. However, the beneficiary must qualify by having a SIN, must be 17 years or younger, must be a Canadian resident, and must be a beneficiary in an RESP. However, for you to get the benefits of this program, you have to have contributed to the RESP account. For example, when you create the RESP the first year and you contributed 2,500, the government is going to match 20% of the amount you contributed to the RESP, which is 500. So if you contributed 2,500, the government will add 500 to boost the savings in the RESP account. But it's important to know that the lifetime maximum contribution of the government to boost your savings is 7,200. You might begin to wonder, how long can the RESP account be opened for? You can contribute to the RESP until the 31st year after the account was opened, and you have till the 35th year to use the funds before the RESP expires. And as a subscriber, which is the person that opened the account on behalf of their children or a family member, for instance, depending on the type of RESP that was opened, you have a maximum contribution of 50,000 per beneficiary to contribute into the RESP account. The RESP funds come from three different sources. One is the subscriber's contribution, and the subscriber is the person that opened the account. The second source is the government benefit, which could be the Canada Learning Bond or the Canada Education Savings Grant. So as long as the beneficiaries are eligible, they could get the government benefits, which the RESP gets funded. The third source is the investment growth. So there could be interest, dividend, returns from the RESP account, depending on RESP is put in a mutual fund or stocks for the money in there to grow. Withdrawal from the RESP account can work in different ways. One is the EAP, which is the Educational Assistance Payment. This includes the government benefit and the investment growth. This is taxed as the beneficiary's income, but students can pay little or no tax at that time when they need to withdraw the RESP funds. The second one is the accumulated income payment. So if the interest isn't used for education, the subscriber can withdraw the money, but they'll be taxed at their regular income tax rate. In addition, for the beneficiary to access the RESP funds, they need to show proof of enrollment in an eligible program, and the RESP funds can be used to purchase books, can be used for the tuition, for rent, for transportation, and for other tools that will be needed in the education program for the beneficiary. What happens if the RESP funds is not used for education? There are other options. One is to replace the beneficiary. Second one is to keep the RESP open for future studies. Thirdly is to transfer the funds to another savings account like the R.E.S.P, but under some certain conditions. Fourth is to close the RESP. So the RESP is one of the best ways to prepare for education costs while getting free money from the government. Whether you are a parent planning for your children's education or even an adult saving up for yourself, the RESP is a wonderful tool that is worth considering. If you found this video helpful, like, turn on your post notification and comment on this video. And if you're just meeting me for the first time, hi, my name is Boluwatife, and if you want to know more about what this channel is all about, watch this video here.